Let you all open all your three eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nityanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadusham Tattvamasyaadilakshయం Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions. What is spa manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagwan himself explaining what is spa manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness, when they happen in you due to your chemicals and hormones ups and downs, it is powerlessness. When it happens in you out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. When you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. When you fall into dream, it is powerlessness. When you decide to dream, it is powerfulness. So I have added the ultimate powerfulness, Turiyatita, in your whole being and doing. Manifest all the powers. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand? It is just cognitive shift. It's not work. Work is a 4-letter word. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, playing with life, playing with being alive. Static matter, dynamic activity, strategic existence, all these three has no boundary. You are one with it. You are alive in everything. Everything listens to you. Everything decides as you want. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, raising your frequency, not work.
Now let's understand who is Paramashiva. Bhagwan himself has beautifully explained the Paramashiva in all of us.
Paramashiva does manifestation, maintenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion and liberation. He resides in his supreme Paramashiva Swarupa as Ajomuha or Adhomuha, unborn, beyond form, formlessness. Is Paramashiva Swarupa. That Paramashiva Swarupa manifests with these 5 faces as Sadashiva, Tatpurusha, Vamadeva, Ahora, Satyojata, Ishana. 5 faces he manifests and does the Panchakritya, Srishti, manifestation, Sthiti, sustenance, Samhara, rejuvenation, Trobhava, pulling out of delusion, Anugraha, liberation. Understand? He does all these 5 jobs. Through these 5 phases. Now listen carefully. Tatpurusham, Vamadevam, Satyojatam, Ahoram, Ishanam. These 5 phases does Panchakrityas. Each phase, each dimension is not just one F-A-C-E phase, P-H-A-S-E phase. It's not just F-A-C-E, P-H-A-S-E. Understand? The creation, not just creation getting created, even sustenance need to be created. Destruction need to be created, and pulling out of delusion need to be created, liberation need to be created. Then creation, manifestation need to be maintained. Maintenance, sthiti itself need to be maintained. Destruction, samhara, the rejuvenation need to be sustained, maintained when it is happening. Pulling out of delusion, Trobhava, need to be maintained when it is happening. And Anugraha, liberation, need to be maintained when it is happening. Those micromilliseconds when it is happening. So understand, Satyojata Murti as 5 phase, Ishana Murti as 5 phase, Vamadeva Murti as 5 phase, Agora Murti has 5 phase, Tatpurusha Murti has 5 phase. So, Tatpurusha Murti as is 5 phase, Agora Murti has is 5 phase, Vamadeva Murti has is 5 phase, Satyojata Murti has is 5 phase, Ishana Murti has his 5 faces. All these 5 Murtis, 5 faces put together is 25 faces of Mahasadashiva.
Bhagavan beautifully explained Paramashiva. Now, who is His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, is a reviver of Kailasha, the ancient Enlightenment civilization, the great cosmic borderless nation. Is an avatar from and is a Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, has made Science of Power Manifestation Yoga temple-based university for humanity, Sovijian Order of Kailasha, led by His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam and Nityananda Order of Monks, Nuns, Hindu diasporas are working for global peace to give superconscious breakthrough to humanity. Nityananda Hindu University, world's largest with extended campus in 150 countries, is collecting, organizing, preserving, time capsuling, decoding, spreading and reviving 20 million source books of Hinduism and 64 sacred arts, science like Ayurveda, music, dance, sculpting, astrology, Vastu, and many more. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam is 293rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Shamalapita Sarvanyapita, ancient apex body of Hinduism and present emperor of Suryavamsa Surangi Swamrajyam. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam has survived the worst persecution of multiple assassination attempts on person and character by anti-Hindu elements. Beautifully, Bhagavan now explains who is His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam.
Everything is infinitely powerful. You realize your potentiality. You establish yourself in the completion, space of completion. You are God, that's all. All of us are gods. The first experience is that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360 degree. I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel, experience the skin of the stone on rock on which I was sitting and the skin of this body. Both carry me equally. In both I exist equally. Sangha is a place where the tattvas are taught to you, and till it becomes satya, you are supported. Akhadas are basically founded by Sadashiva himself. All is ganas, Shiva ganas. Exactly the word gana means. In your length, breadth, depth, if you are filled by Shiva, you are Shiva Gana. All the Shiva Ganas formed the first Akhada. Later on, much later, Kapila Muni organizes Mahanirvani Akhada. Then all other Akhadas. Mahamandaleshwar of Mahanirvani Akhada, the oldest apex body of Hinduism, I welcome every one of you. What I am teaching is from original Agamas Yogapada. The science very clearly declares, Sadashiva is very clear, manifestation of these powers happen when you experience oneness with Sadashiva. When you choose your guru, the best thing is find a person who is enlightened, experienced, who can play with energy, who can directly transmit experience to you, and who is in tune with the original Shastras, the source of the knowledge. All the revealed scriptures available about the yoga directly by Sadashiva for you to do research, study, practice, question the people who teach.
The science of power manifestation is a gift to the humanity which is authentic, time-tested, scientific and foolproof. Diksha or the initiation from His Divine Holiness Nityananda Paramashivam makes the science directly an experience for the initiates. The experience is directly authenticated by the Pramanas. The Shastra Pramanas, the eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures, the Veda and Agamas. The Apta Pramanas, the experience of the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nayanamars, Alvars and Siddhars, who are the authority of Hinduism, who have scientists who time-tested and verified the science of power manifestation. The Atma Pramanas are the avatar who land on the planet Earth to give a superconscious breakthrough to humanity. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, this millennium's avatar, personal experience of power manifestation. Shakshi Pramanas are the experience of the millions of disciples, devotees and followers initiated into the science of power manifestation by Bhagavan himself. Pratyaksha Pramanas are the scientific studies which can be measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state.
Powerful cognition from Bhagavad Gita Decoded. Let's go to Bhagavan Satsang.
Gita will show the way even for a blind person. In the very sloka, Dhritarashtra expresses his cunningness. He is supposed to be the leader of the whole family. In Indian family system, if your younger brother dies, elder brother takes the responsibility of the younger brother and he leads the family. He is considered to be the father for both families. He takes care of the younger brother's sons also. Dhritarashtra is supposed to be the father, or he is supposed to take the responsibility. He is supposed to play the role of the father for the sons of Pandus also. He is supposed to be the father of the Pandavas also. But he is not so mature. Just he is given the power to be the father of Pandavas, but he did not have the responsibility. He did not have the maturity. The whole war has happened just because of Dhritarashtra. Because this person did not take the responsibility of being a father for Pandavas. You see, he took the power, but he did not become responsible. He took the power, but he doesn't have the maturity. If a man gets just the power without the maturity, what he will do is explained by this one incident. If you give a knife to a kid, small child, what it will do? It will hurt itself and hurt the others. Hurt itself and hurt others also. Same way, Dhritarashtra, he got the power of being a father of Pandavas, but he is not mature to play that role. He is not mature to play that role. That is why, because he has not taken the responsibility of taking care of the Pandavas, they have to fight for their property. Pandavas have come down to a level of just having 5 houses. They said, we don't even want country, just give us 5 houses. Just because of arrogance and vengeance, Duryodhana refused, and this Dhritarashtra is sitting in the court. I think this fellow is not only blind, dumb also, dumb and deaf. He is not only blind, he is deaf also. He is not only blind, he is deaf also. We need to understand by this one statement, by this one sloka. He says, what the sons of the Pandu and my sons are doing. He is not telling what our sons are doing. He is saying what my sons and Pandu sons are doing. This very word shows is discriminating. Is discriminating. Then starts the Gita. The first chapter is called Arjuna Vishada Yoga, depression of Arjuna. Sanjaya Uvacha Drishtvadu Pandavanigam Vyodam Duryodhanastata Acharyamupasangamya Raja Vachanam Apravit. Sanjaya said, O king, after looking over the army arranged in military formation by the sons of the Pandu, King Duryodhana went to his teacher and spoke the following words. The whole scene is described in the next few slokas. How who are all standing there, who are all leading the army, the whole scene is described. I am just taking the essence of this chapter and giving you. The whole scene is being described to the Dhritarashtra. Now we don't need to know that scene. If we know this scene, that's enough. That time Krishna spoke only to one Arjuna. Now it has to be spoken to so many Arjunas. Arjuna said, Sena yorupayor madhye ratam sthavayamechyuta. Arjuna says, O infallible one, please draw my chariot between the two armies so that I may see those present here who desire to fight and with whom I must contend in this great trial of arms. He orders Bhagavan. He orders Krishna. Of course, we can't say he orders because he is addressing Achyuta, O God. Even though Krishna is driver for him, he knows he is not an ordinary person. That is why he addresses him as a Achyuta. Because Arjuna knows Krishna is not ordinary person. Because Arjuna is a devotee, Krishna has accepted to be a driver. Because of his devotion, Krishna comes down to the level of driver. This is another one scene which we need to understand. The Lord is serving the devotee. Please be very clear, being a driver is not an easy joke. Being a driver is not an easy joke. If you have driven in India, then you know. And especially in Calcutta. Anybody from Calcutta? If you go and live in Calcutta for 10 days, you will never curse LA traffic. If you are cursing the LA traffic, if you feel LA traffic is too much, just go to Calcutta and live for 10 days. Just live in Calcutta for 10 days, you will feel LA is heaven. LA is heaven. I have seen in Calcutta people walking on the bannets of the car. They will just walk on the car and go. Because the cars will not move for 3-4 hours. It's a regular thing. Being a driver is not a joke. And especially in the war field. In war field, he accepted that role just because of his devotion. The Arjuna's devotion for him.
How the depression of success really destroys us than the failure. Now let's go to the Shastra Pramana.
Is taken from the Shiva Sutra, Sutra 1.19. Shakti Sandhane Sharirotpatihi. Shakti Sandhane Sharirotpatihi.
Bhagavan Paramashiva says, by aiming and fixing the self on Shakti, uniting in oneness with the supreme power, the embodiment of that which is cognized and willed, manifests at once in its length, breadth, depth, time, space, dimension. Bhagavan beautifully says how Arjuna, he lived with the depression and Duryodhana lived with the depression, and how depression of success, there is more depression than the depression of failure. At least there is a hope. Said how we continuously live in depression if we are not enlightened. Every one of us is going through some kind of depression if there is not the space of Paramashiva manifesting as Parashakti. Here he beautifully says, by aiming and fixing the self on Shakti, by continuously remembering Paramashiva space, continuously being in the oneness space with Paramashiva, manifesting the powers of Paramashiva, the embodiment of that is cognized and willed, holding that space as the ultimate space and manifesting at once all the powers of length, breadth, depth, time and space. So beautiful. All the Siddhas lived the highest space. The yoginis, 64 yoginis and Siddhas lived all these great spaces. How they were able to bring the greatest difference in the humanity by manifesting the powers as their way of existence. The number of years they lived, the things they did for the humanity in terms of bringing the Ayurveda to alive. They said very beautifully that even the herbs spoke to them and told them what all they are. They do not have a scientific community, but simply the herbs reveal it themselves and the whole science is revealed. How they existed on planet Earth was completely different. The humanity forgetting the whole science and living in confusion and delusion with the perception they have is continuously how Arjuna is living with all the confusion. Bhagavan beautifully says how he is suffering from his depression because of Drona. Drona Charya, instead of giving him dharma, Drona taught him only what he knew as a perception of reality. So when he was put into all this rigorous life test, he was only getting into depression, not looking into the higher reality as an alternative. And the That is the confusion every time when Arjuna wanted to give him, when Krishna wanted to give Arjuna the greatest science, he saw that Arjuna is always confused and he is always running away. When in the forest, Arjuna wanted to give, and Krishna wanted to give Arjuna the greatest science of Bhagavad Gita, but he came back and telling, I want to get married and this is how I want to exist. And simply Krishna blessed him and let him go. Finally, he was only able to give him the whole science in the middle of the war. When it came to life-threatening, then Arjuna started listening, and then he started revealing the whole science to him, that even though he knows that Krishna is ultimate, even though he was in such a deep compassion, love with Krishna, and always living with Krishna, Arjuna was so confused because his teacher, Dronacharya, always taught him to win, compete, and all kinds of his ideas and views as Arjuna's reality rather than teaching him dharma. Only after the arrows went into the Bhishma's body, then only Bhishma realizes the truth of how he missed dharma. Yeah, the whole science was taught in different ways to the humanity through the whole Mahabharata war. Now, with that powerful cognition, let's move to the Apta severe penance to please Lord Brahma to attain all knowledge. Pleased by his penance, Lord Brahma blesses him with all the knowledge of the Veda. Thus, by the way of rigorous penance, sage Vishwamitra gained all the knowledge of the Veda. The powerful Gayatri mantra, which is equal to the 4 Vedas, was also downloaded into him because of the rigorous penance. This is from Valmiki Ramayana Balakanda, chapter 65. How amazing Vishwamitra was a king who saw Vashishta being the great saint, so he also gave up everything and did all the tapas for ages and gained all this knowledge from Lord Brahma. Now let's move to the Atma Pramana.
And as per the West, gravity theory comes under length. I'll prove it comes under breadth later. It is not, the whole gravity theory is stupid. I'll establish a little later. First listen. Breadth means visualization. Anywhere the length calculations does not fit in, but there is certain logic flows into it. I'll give you example. Canvas, paint, and the effort of the painter, all three put together is painting. But it is not that all paintings are going to be same. For example, same amount of canvas, same amount of painting, same amount of paint and canvas, give it to 10 different painters, the 10 different paintings are going to come. So, 1 plus 1 plus 1 is not same 3 in all the 10, but there is certain level of freedom only is available. For example, if you give the same amount of canvas and painting, he is not going to produce 10,000 paintings. In the painting there will be differences, but 10,000 paintings will not be produced. So, which does not fall under the clear logic where there is certain personal freedom and involvement of the life. Listen carefully. It is not only human life, any life if it involves with logic and the life's involvement impacts the logic, that dimension is called breath. No involvement of life, matter functions with a dead law is length. Involvement of the life alters the result of the matter only to a certain level, not completely, is called breadth. And independent of length and breadth, spirit alone can play anything it wants is called depth. I don't know whether... Did you guys get it? Shall I repeat? Listen. Matter forming materialistic conclusions is length. Spirit crisscrossing the matter, influencing, changing the result only to certain level is breadth. Spirit, independent of matter, playing and doing its own dance and can create anything from zero to infinity is depth. In depth, spirit matters. In length, spirit does not matter, only matter matters. In breadth, spirit and matter both matters. In depth, only spirit matters, no matter matters. Listen, this is what is dimensions of universe, basic unit dimensions.
Beautiful. We saw the dimension of universe. Now let's go to the Shakshi Pramana. Shakshi Pramanas are the initiated disciples, devotees sharing their demonstration and their testimonial on power manifestation of the length dimension, knowing large amount of information in very short time.
Nityanandam. My name is Ma Nitya Shakti Rupananda, and I graduated from college about a year ago. And the last few days when we were doing the Shaktini Pada with the Balasans and seeing them manifest these powers, what Shakti Rupa was feeling is literally the logic is like a poor man's way of functioning. And how Swamiji, how this place is literally the source of everything. Actually, yesterday and the day before, how casually we were manifesting the powers. Like literally, if it was in the outside world, we would be like, we didn't even feel that it was such a big thing. But only today when we are walking here and talking about it, we're like, oh my God, literally the whole knowledge, they are just getting it and like nothing. So literally, for anyone, like if you want to get like 10 degrees, 20 degrees, whatever names you want, I think you should just come to the ashram, just think which ones you want and stay here for a few months and just come back and go and pass all those tests and go back with 10 degrees, 20 degrees. So
Prataksha Pramana, scientific studies. What can be measured? Measuring the effects of being in enlightenment state. Vedic sciences have always maintained that consciousness is the very substance of space and time. His Divine Holiness, Bhagwan Paramahamsa Nityananda, has clearly defined the existence of 11 dimensions of consciousness. As per his elucidation, space can exist by itself. On the other hand, time can exist only in the presence of space, but can still exist without other dimensions, including the obvious ones, depth, length, and breadth. Source from Avatar Shastra, Chapter 2, Consciousness, page 83. In quantum terms, thought too is energy. Every cell of our body produces thoughts in the form of signals, which may be electrical, chemical, or otherwise. These can be measured in TPS, or thoughts per second. The normal TPS of the average human being can be hundreds of or thousands. Some thoughts are processed consciously, while others are processed unconsciously. A TPS of 0 is the state of Advaita, or enlightenment. Space is made up of strings of potential energy, which are in constant vibration, spanda, leading to the creation of virtual particles. This is the very basis of the Vedic truth of consciousness. In the Avatar Shastra, Swamiji mentions quantum physicist Amit Goswami's article about entanglement between two people. Quantum physicist of Indian origin, Amit Goswami, made two people meditate together. They were separated in two chambers, one person in each. When one person had a light stroked at his eye, it caused the firing of certain frequency in the brain. Remarkably, at the same moment, the other person's brain also fired, even though he never saw the light. This proves that the energies of people intuitively affect each other.
There are two kinds of movement in the world. One kind of movement is maximum speed limit with the speed of light. That's the kind of movement that is allowed in the domain that we call space and time. That's where matter moves, that's where things look diverse. But the other kind of domain is where the speed of communication is infinite. We call it non-local. That's the domain of potentiality. And if there is instant connection in that domain, then do you see it got to be one? If things are instantly interconnected, that interconnectedness is oneness. That is the oneness that mystics and spiritual teachers talk about. That is the oneness. So simply by recognizing that objects are possibilities, we are looking at a oneness. And then it's just a question of language. Question of language. What should I call this oneness?
Setting up things for the power of length dimension, large amount of information using the mirror. Get the camera and the timestamp ready, use the Jnananjan, use the mirror, and if you can get paper and pen with mirror, Jnananjan and camera, that'll be wonderful. Let's set the camera. Take few moments to set up the camera, download the timestamp app, click on the video, ensure the time is shown on the screen. Make sure the camera is facing you in a bright and a clear place. And the mirror and the book, everything is vividly seen. There is no electronic device or anything. Books near where you're sitting. Guidelines to manifest. Turn on the video camera, apply the Jnananjan, bring the awareness to your third eye. Randomly ask either partner or the Acharya, or you're doing it alone. Randomly ask the detail, have defined answer to compare on any subjects like poetry, prose, stories, slokas, akashic reading, keywords. Use the mirror to manifest through the third eye. Apply the Jnananjan. If you have whatever appears on the mirror, please make a note of it, and after that you can verify it. If the results match exactly the large amount of text that is downloaded with the key concept, keywords, and the context would be perfect, then perfect manifestation has happened. If you got only some of them is right, manifestation has started. Continue to manifest the powers. You will start celebrating and you will start manifesting more. Verify your video, verify with your comparing before,
And after the details of manifestation with the correct answer, share the videos with others and listen to others' experience of manifestation.
Power manifestation instructions. Let's sit straight, the head, neck, and back in a straight line so that beautifully the Kundalini energy raises to the Agnya where the manifestation happens. Usually, our awareness is on Muladhara, Swadhisthana, and Manipuraha, where navel center, your below navel center. Here, bringing the awareness to your third eye and sitting straight will give us amazing possibility of power manifestation. Now let's understand few words that Bhagavan is repeatedly using. Shaktipada, oneness, be unclutched, initiation. So here first we will see in Bhagavan's words what is Shaktipada.
Let me give an introduction about what is Shaktipada process. Please understand. You would have seen or heard about how the chicken sits on the egg and hatches. Of course, in the modern countries, this does not happen. Machine sits on the egg and or egg sits on the machine. In those days, originally when hens and chicken were getting produced on the planet Earth, the hen used to sit on the chicken and hen used to sit on the egg and the chicken will come out of the egg. See, same way, Sadashiva sitting means the ultimate cosmic energy sitting on the individual soul and making the individual soul into cosmic energy is Shaktipada. Hen sitting on the egg and making the chicken happen, same way. You may think, how come, what is going on here? That hen is only sitting just by the body heat of the hen, the egg is becoming chicken. Because no surgery is done and nothing goes inside. It's only sitting. Same way, it is just sitting. It's only the presence, the Shaktipada makes the individual soul into cosmic soul.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained Shaktipada, how individual soul becomes cosmic soul, and let's listen to initiation.
See, let me explain the initiation. Initiation is the process beyond your intellectual understanding. The transmission of lamp happens. Now, you understood something intellectually. There is something which is not understood, which can't be transmitted through the words. That is transmitted. That's what we call initiation. Sometimes I tell people that unless you are initiated, the techniques do not create the result. The reason is you do not grasp completely whatever is expressed through words. Initiation is like it just transmits whatever need to be transmitted beyond logic and beyond words. People ask me why to wear this bracelet or this mala and all those things. These all will remind you. Why bracelet in the hand? It will remind you, before eating, did you meditate? It's a constant reminder. Before eating, let you be reminded, did you do the meditation? That is why this bracelet. That is why this mala. That is why this external things. Sometimes these external things does a big job of reminding you constantly. That is why
take the help of external things also, nothing wrong. People ask me, why we can just be spiritual without having external things? If you can, really you are welcome. But I don't think anybody who speaks in that way is successful. I've never seen people becoming successful avoiding the external things, just having internal things. And it is just a nice way of escaping from yourself.
Beautifully, Bhagwan explained initiation. Let's listen to be unclutched. What is to be unclutched?
The thoughts, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Because the gap between two thoughts is too small. The neutral space between the two thoughts is too small. You think all the thoughts are connected and it is in the shared form. It is not. By your very nature, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Between every thought, you experience a neutral space. When you change the gear, whether you go from neutral to 1 or 1 to 2 or 2 to 3 or 3 to 4 or 4 to whatever gears you may change, but every time you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to the next gear. Even if you want to go from 2 to 3, you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to 3. Same way, between every thought, you experience a neutral space. You experience a neutral space between every thought. Between every thought. That neutral space, that silence is what I call peace or bliss. The peace which exists, the bliss which exists already in you, between every thought, the gap of the thought, the gap between the thoughts, that neutral space is the peace, is the bliss. When you understand you are unconnected, independent, illogical, and untouched by your very nature, you will start experiencing the neutral space in you, neutral space which exists in you. You will start living from moment to moment in spontaneity. You need to understand one more thing. This technique of being unclutched, it does miracles in your being. In the body level, or in the mental level, or in the being level. In every level, when you understand the truth, by your very nature, you are unclutched. The tremendous quantum transformation. You take a quantum jump. The transformation happens in quantum, not step by step. Just one jump. You take a quantum jump and experience the truth awakening in you.
The oneness space is the most beautiful space that Bhagavan himself is explaining how we are ferocious. Beyond the tiredness and boredom, we can experience the space of oneness and be unclutched.
Oneness is not imagination. Oneness is not visualization. Oneness is not even just declaration. It is your existence. An idea which is you is oneness. The idea which has become part of your very space
which does not tire you or bore you by the passage of the time is oneness. Mahadeva says in the Agama, Sadashiva beautifully explains in the Agama, Kala, Yama cannot tire you or bring boredom to you if something becomes your space. Devi achieved the blissful state and union with Mahadeva on Shivaratri day because our space became oneness. Anything which brings tiredness or boredom has not yet become your space. If living in this body brings you tiredness and boredom, you are not going to be living in this body forever. When that becomes too much, you are going to drop it and move ahead. If you want to be in oneness forever, it should become part of your space, means you should become ferocious with you and break this very tiredness and boredom. Only when you deal you with the ferociousness, you break the tiredness and boredom. With that ferociousness, you need to make oneness as your space. Anything stands as an imagination in the length level, visualization in the breadth level, declaration in the depth level. If you open your time with ferociousness, it just sinks into space level. With this ferociousness, the time layer in you opens, and the oneness from imagination to visualization to declaration, it becomes your space, the way of existence.
The most important, Bhagavan says, being unclutched, understanding the Shaktipada, the oneness space, and chanting the Mahavakya. The Mahavakya, the power of the Mahavakya pushes you into the higher states of consciousness. Here Bhagavan himself explains how we can experience the Shaktipada, raised higher consciousness through Mahavakya.
It's one of the very important revelation by Sadashiva. All the electronic equipments work when the electrons are made to vibrate. That happens by the light. When the electricity is supplied, the light particle vibrates, the electronic equipment starts working. Just like that, the spiritual power and the umbilical cord connection, spiritual umbilical cord connection between you and me, it works with sound particle. For example, my integrity with the cosmos, Sadashiva, Mahasadashiva, it reverberates in certain level of frequency. When you are integrated to me, you also start reverberating in the same frequency. If your integrity goes down, that is when you start connecting with me only as a manager or this organization head or your Purvashram father, mother. Your connection with me goes down to the lower level if the integrity gets reduced. I was wondering, what is the way we can bring people to the higher integrity immediately and the feeling connection, so they start manifesting the powers, they start staying in the space of Sadashivatva. Sadashiva revealed a beautiful sound. I can tell you, this is like a password. At any point, if you are not able to bring yourself to oneness, you are a little shaken, disturbed, or For some reason, you are not able to bring yourself to oneness. This is like a password you type, whether your mind feels connected or not, the energy will start flowing in you beyond the depth dimension. You see, all mind oscillation, restlessness, all mental idea based feeling connected or not feeling connected is only length, breadth, depth level, not in the space level. But this sound will straight infuse energy from the space level. Like for example, if the power goes off, automatically the generator will get switched on and the power supply will be going on. So end result will not be lost. Whether government power supply or the generator power supply, end result will not be stopped. So whenever you feel little that oneness is, you are not catching it, just feed this password. Immediately the oneness will open up and you will start manifesting the powers, energy, and the whole space will shift. It is directly from Sadashiva. It's a beautiful sound. I don't even want to say it's a mantra. It is not even a mantra because there is no meaning in it. You can't derive a meaning for it. It just flashed like a password for all the initiations I am giving. One single password for all the initiations I am giving. And the initiations I gave, I am giving, I will be giving for all that. This is like one password. Don't even repeat like a mantra. Just feed like a password and it will just open up. Your whole being will open up. Listen carefully. It starts with the vibration Om. Listen and then repeat. Om. Very deep. Om. Nityananda. Nityananda. Maha Sadashivoham.
So Bhagavan gave beautiful explanation of how you can be in Shaktipada. Visualize Paramashiva who has come down as Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam from Kailasha. Remembering Paramashiva in your third eye, again and again, bringing your awareness to your third eye simply makes you manifest powers. Absolute unclutching. How Bhagavan said, the neutral zone, nothing ever touches the screen. Like same way, the movie does not touch the screen, whether it is happening in ferocious or any soft, beautiful, nothing touches the screen. Be unclutched like the screen. And to experience the state of Paramashiva, your inner space being completely unclutched. Complete completion to experience the space of Paramashiva. Inside us, the complete completion happens when we are in tune with Paramashiva. That everything is redundant and irrelevant. The essence of completion is irrelevant. Nothing matters in your life because everything is complete completion. Oneness with Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, in ferocious breaking the boredom and tiredness, just being in the space of oneness with Paramashiva to manifest the powers of Paramashiva. Tyaga as Paramashiva is your only strength, now declaring complete integrity with Bhagavan to experience the being of Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, chanting the Mahavakya raises your frequency and that is your only strength to manifest any reality. Being in this beautiful space of Paramashiva, you can experience such a beautiful space, state, powers, and becoming the being of Paramashiva, manifesting whatever you want. Now, you will be manifesting the powers, watching the oneness capsule, and chanting the Mahavakya, Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. We'll be playing the Mahavakya and the oneness capsule for you to manifest powers. At end of the Mahavakya, you can start with the verification and sharing and causing. Thank you.
नित्यानंद परमशिवोऽहम् 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the power in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the power in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
नित्यानंद परमशिवोऽहम् 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up. Nityananda Paramashivoham. Nityananda Paramashivoham. Nityananda Paramashivoham. Nityananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us.
Paramashivoham, 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 Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the power in all our third eye. Om Jnananda Paramashivam. 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 Om Jnananda Paramashivam.
Paramashivoham, Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us.
Paramashivoham, 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 Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the power in all our third eye. Om Jnananda Paramashivam. 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 Om
Paramashivamam. Om Nityananda Paramashivamam. Om Nityananda Paramashivamam. Nityananda Paramashivamam. Om Nityananda Paramashivamam. Om Nityananda Paramashivamam. Nityananda Paramashivamam. Om Nityananda Paramashivamam. Om Nityananda Paramashivamam. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Om Nityananda Paramashivamam. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the power in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivamam. Om Nityananda Paramashivamam. Om Nityananda Paramashivamam. Om नित्यानंद परमशिवम् नित्यानंद परमशिवम् नित्यानंद परमशिवम् नित्यानंद परमशिवम् नित्यानंद परमशिवम् नित्यानंद परमशिवम्.
Verification process. For a large amount of information, length dimension, verify no video editing is done or Shakti Avishkarna power manifestation video. Verify video is not stopped or restarted during the process of manifestation. All video should have the timestamp and a wide angle view. Do not tamper with the question or showing the method or giving some clues is prohibited. Do not prepare the question or answers in front of them. If the answers is in different metric system, make sure you convert before you verify. Do not use any of the electronic device or books or Bluetooth during the power manifestation. Give complex, difficult questions, no simple ones, so that you know you manifested the powers. Authentically, the result should match at the scene exactly by anyone commonly checking it. And do not interpret the result or misinterpret, just get the exact result. Authentically verify the results. Thanks for taking part in this power manifestation.
Beautiful. We are at the end of the power manifestation, but most important part of the power manifestation. Here, we are going to share all that you have manifested with the social media groups. Here we have Sri Kailasha Kotyar Manifesting Power Groups. Thousands of people are part of that. And you can share there and you can post your powerful cognition and the videos. The link is tinyurl.com/power manifestation. It is at the left corner of the page. You can click on it and you can post your beautiful experience in the power manifestation group. Why sharing and causing is very important part of power manifestation. Bhagavan beautifully explains that sharing is pulling us out of delusion and causing is liberating us. We are the ones who need to start experiencing the higher states of reality, how we need to exist. Beautifully, Bhagavan explains when you are sharing with others the ultimate beautiful multidimensional logic, your brain rewires into the higher space of consciousness, the Turyatita state. Again and again, when you experience even a little bit, you share with the world, your experience becomes reality. Same thing when you cause others to come and get initiated for higher reality, you are caused into the higher purpose, the ultimate reality. Bhagavan says extreme causing, extreme power manifestation is extreme causing. So beautifully he explains how our strength is declared on Paramashiva. The power manifestation happens exactly in tune to that. And sharing with the world, continuously reiterating ourselves the experience that we had from the powerful cognition and manifesting the space of Paramashiva, the state of Paramashiva, the beings of Paramashiva, we become Paramashiva. Go on sharing and causing, which is the most important part of how you have experienced your reality. When you go to a temple, we pray and we see that beautiful experience happen in us, and then share with the world that how amazing the temple experience has manifested as your reality. Same way, when you manifest powers, when you share with the world, it becomes more and more the depth cognition of you, and you will be experiencing more powers. Even if you're manifested very small, It does not matter the quantity, Bhagavan says. The quality is important. If it is authentic, please go ahead and share with the world. Do not doubt, have self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred come and block anything. Experience the ultimate in deep seeking and gratitude. Bhagavan manifest in you with a deep prayer that asking Bhagavan to make this reality as your existential reality. With that, let's end with the Purna Mantra. Thanking Bhagavan for all these great experience. We have come to the end of the Power Manifestation course and we end with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamadashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nityananda Paramashivam Padaka Arpanamastu. Om Nityanandam. Thank you for participating in the Jnanapadati, Nityananda Jnanapadati course. Please go ahead and select more power manifestation and every day experience the ultimate reality for yourself. Nityananda.
Om Nityananda Paramashivoham